telling you to use the damn screwdriver twice.
Oh, they're cheating, head.
Yeah. Freaking hit me right in the eye.
All right, today we're gonna do some vinyl wrapping on the B pillars on a Ram 4th gen. Got this black carbon fiber. It's good stuff, Vvivid Premium. I got it off Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description for that stuff. This is a pretty easy to do application. I'm sick of the matte finish of the OEM. And my other side started wrinkling on the bottom. You might have wrinkles on yours if it's been a while. Eventually it starts wrinkling. Vinyl wraps only last, what, 5, 6, 7 years anyways. I did the other side already. I'll show you. There it is right there. I mean, it looks good. Carbon fiber. I was gonna leave it white, but to me, I on a lowered truck, I think it looks better having the black there, kind of making the window all look like one piece. If it was lifted, leaving it white would look pretty good, but in my opinion, I think vinyl wrap is the way to go. Let me show you the tools you need. Nice, easy, do-it-yourself. You need a heat gun, blow dryer, X-Acto knife, screwdriver. If you've ever tinted windows before or put on vinyl over glass, you need a little squeegee thingy. And this squeegee thingy I got from my glass protection kit for my phone, because I had 16 of them and they're all gone. I have no idea where they are. I had ones like this big, yellow ones, green ones, red ones. Can't find them. I don't know if they got lost when I did the shop over, but I got this. It's small. I mean, this area is small anyways, so it's gonna work pretty good, getting the wrinkles out and the air bubbles. Yeah, and real quick, this light, man, I got it off Amazon. I use it for work and the construction I do. It's great, it's bright. I'm gonna leave the link below for that as well, because it's a really, really good light, and it folds up almost into nothing, and it hangs. You can fold it up, it hangs in my van perfectly. Just a really good light. It's super bright, super bright. If you're looking for bright and a pretty stinking good light, that thing's sweet. I mean, look at it. Shine up the whole truck. All right, let's get started. I'll do this as step by step as I can. It's pretty simple. What you're also going to need is some rubbing alcohol, good old-fashioned paint thinner, and or denatured alcohol to get the adhesive off once we remove the vinyl, and some blue tape or any kind of tape, because what we want to do is copy this OEM line, this nice straight line. I'm gonna put some tape there as a control point. Bruno just called me. He's having trouble with his ignition. I met him last night to pull his starter out and swap it out, and he ended up having more electrical issues than just the starter.
What did you do to your truck?
Busted the starter. Every time I show up on YouTube. So now I'm trying to pull the starter out. Hold on, let me get the wires.
Two Portuguese hands not gonna work in here, bro.
No, you're good. Yep, in there.
Boom.
In there.
Boom. Okay.
In there.
Boom.
It might be the push start mechanism. I don't know. He's trying to figure it out, but I hope it works out for him. I'm trying to brainstorm what it could be while I'm making this video. Battery's good. Starter is brand new. It won't turn over. We bypassed the push button and it did start, but good luck, Bruno. All right, let's get started. First things first, we're gonna get some blue tape. Well, I got blue tape. What I'm gonna do is just tape right exactly on this edge as a control point, leave it there. Remove this, install it, then remove it last, so it lines up and looks straight. Here we go, nice and straight. Now I get my knife and just slice that so the doors open up without ripping it. There you go. It's separated. You get a nice control point, nice straight line. This actually shrunk a little bit. You can see it's down a little bit, but the new one's gonna be perfect. So I'm gonna work on the front door first. I did it in a way where we can remove this a little bit without taking this whole entire panel off, because it's a lot of work and you risk chances of breaking tabs and stuff. And there's a screw here we're gonna take out, which kind of loosens this up. You can bend it back a little bit, not too much. So let me get the screwdriver and pop this screw out. Stick it over here so I don't lose it. And that loosens this exterior trim a little bit. Gives us some room. And then what you want to do is take off this inside weather strip and the gasket for the window. But first thing first, I gotta take out, if you got visors, you wanna pop these out. These are WeatherTechs, they just slip in and slip out. pop this gasket off. Just give it a little tug on the bottom. These go down like a ways, and you don't want to go pulling that all the way up because it's very, very hard to get back in, and you'll end up having to take the door panel off. You really don't have to for this. I just leave it like that. As we work, we're gonna just kind of pull, and when we get the new vinyl on, we're just gonna tuck it in and we'll be good. So let's get the heat gun and start heating that up. This is a slightly industrial heat gun, and just start slowly heating it up. Not too hot. I just clipped my nails too. Should have left one long. Here we go. There we go, got it off. I mean, that's the easy part. The time-consuming part is removing all the residual adhesive from the OEM vinyl wrap. And what I'm gonna use is a rag and some paint thinner. You don't want the low VOC stuff, you want the old school stuff if you can find it. Just gonna douse this rag with some paint thinner. And just sit here and rub until all the adhesive's off. You can try denatured alcohol. I will be using rubbing alcohol as the final step to get rid of all the leftover, and alcohol cleans the surface real well for the new application. Whatever you do, don't use acetone because that will take your paint off. So I gotta get the adhesive off the front. I gotta get the adhesive off this little edge on both sides, 100%. That way that vinyl, when I heat it up and wrap it, it sticks. All right, this side is 100% cleaned. Zero adhesive. If you can run your finger, it's nice and smooth the whole way. If you feel any bumps, remove it. Takes about 10 to 15 minutes of elbow grease. Prep is important. So that one's done. Now I'm gonna do this one. Same thing, I gotta pop a little leather stripping off right here. There's a clip, a push clip for it, and the screw to hold the exterior trim on the door. Here we go. This just kind of pulls off. I'm gonna let that float for a little bit. And the screw for the trim, there is a hole for it, but this gotta come off anyways. Screw's right there. Don't wanna lose that screw. That's free. Yeah, you can see right there, it's starting to wrinkle. The OEM. My wrinkling wasn't that bad, but I've seen trucks really bad, like wrinkles coming up like 2 or 3 inches. So I got the heat gun, same thing. Right after I remove my rain guards, again, I keep forgetting. You gotta have a dirt line where you put your control tape. Rub that really, really good till all the dirt's gone. You don't want any dirt lines anywhere. There you go, there you go. Vinyl's off. Time to rub and rub and rub for the next 10 to 15 minutes. All right, this side is nice and clean. It's smooth in this edge, totally smooth in this edge, the face and the side as well. No more adhesive, no more residue. And just a quick safety tip, if you're using paint thinner, lay it out to dry. Get a clean rag and rub down with the rubbing alcohol, getting rid of all the paint thinner residue, any oils, to make it a super clean surface for the vinyl to stick to. Both surfaces are super clean. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. Very clean. And we're ready to put the vinyl on. So the overall length is about 24 inches. Don't worry about these wrinkles, that's why we got a heat gun. The first piece I cut at around 6 3/8 because it's a 12-inch roll. So I'm gonna cut a 6 3/8 piece for the front door, and the back door you'll have about a 5.5-inch piece roughly. The square edge we're gonna put up to the blue tape. We're gonna leave about 3/8 on the left side, and then as you go down, there'll be a more overhang on the left, and you'll have about a 1/2 inch on the right-hand side. This does have a pattern, and I want it to be square with that tape, not crooked. You wanna blow that surface off, make sure there's no dust, because if you get dust behind there, it's like tint, you're gonna see it. And get it right on that line, about 3/8 on the left. Right to the tape. Press it. And then I get my little squeegee tool. This thing's tiny, but it worked great. And just start in the center and unpeel and just kind of peel the backing and just push in the center as I go down. If you're getting air bubbles, you can peel this up. Because the surface is clean, it will restick. You don't want to do that too often, though. I got a camera in my face, so it's kind of hard to look. All right, I'm just going to apply a little heat. Not too much. Just make sure there's no bubbles. Many of you are probably professional vinyl installers. I am not. This is like my first time, so I have tinted windows before, though. Came out pretty good back in the day. Now we gotta wrap the sides. I want to wrap this side first, and see that little like 5/16 edge? I'm gonna wrap it right onto that, and then we'll get the knife and just kind of make a light score here. I just kind of pulled in the center. You want to pull kind of tight because you want this to be nice and smooth, this edge. I'm checking this edge to make sure there's no bubbles or wrinkles, and it's super smooth, nice. If you got any wrinkles in the back, just heat it up a little bit and get rid of them. Just a nice light score. And you get a nice straight line. Beautiful. All right, now the other side. Start in the middle and just put some pressure and bend it nice and tight. I'm pushing it away, get the wrinkles out, not just immediately going up and down because that causes wrinkles. Driver's side is done, nice and smooth, no bumps. I'm gonna remove this blue tape, the control tape. And what I'm gonna do is just apply some heat up there real quick. Just gonna kind of heat the whole thing a little bit, just lightly, and repress it. All right, I'm gonna put the weather stripping back on. Make sure it's all the way up. And the outside is important too. You wanna make sure it's all the way in and up. All right, that's that. I'm gonna put the screw back in for this exterior trim. I bent it a little bit. You can sit here and just squeeze where it's misshaped. Use the heat gun, heat it up, squeeze it, let it cool down. It'll be back to normal. Well, that's the front one. I'm gonna do the back one. Straight edge cut up top. Bam, right to the tape. And this side about 3/8 away from the bend of the B pillar. Just run my blade, slice it nice and straight. All right, this side's on. Nice, take the blue tape off. I heat up here and just press that a little better. And put the weather stripping back on. This weather stripping back on. Screws tight. Stick the freaking pin back in. There you go. Carbon fiber B-pillar vinyl installation. Now, what I want to do is make sure that the windows roll up without rubbing too hard against anything, because we did move the weather stripping a little bit, so I'm going to do that right now. That one's good. Good. No issues. Windows are closed. Truck needs a bath. There you have it, man. I mean, it looks a million times better. I'll bring it outside so you can see it in the daylight. Oh, looks mint. Makes the truck look a lot sportier. All right, let me start this pig up and roll it outside. All right, fellas and fellettes, there you have it. Pretty simple to do. I got carbon fiber. You can get any color you want. Came out pretty stinking good if you ask me. And when you do it yourself, it's free. Thanks for watching. I'll leave the link in the description for the vinyl wrap where I got it from on Amazon, along with that shop light. It's shining right in my face. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace. If you stayed long enough to watch the whole entire video, I want to show you guys something. I had a bunch of EGR block off covers made. Yeah, I'm gonna start selling them. I'm also gonna start TunedRAMS.com. I have the website. I've had it for like 4 years. But these are made in America, billet aluminum, and they have a TunedRAMS logo on them. I'm gonna have half of these anodized black, and I don't have a price for them yet, but I am going to start selling them. They're a unique design. I spent a lot of time with my caliper and back and forth with my machinists trying to get these perfect. It's recessed for a nice flush mount for the screws, so stay tuned for those. I got a lot of other videos coming up, a lot of other stuff, so stay tuned. And a really quick shout out to Moves. What's up, Matt? All right, I'm out. Peace. Where you going? Be back by 5.